Want to start out with the House of Hughes recap, sir?
Absolutely.
All right, cool.
That was one of the best nights I've had in a long time.
Oh yeah, me too. And I got drunk, but I didn't feel half as bad as I thought I would.
I, on the other hand, felt fucking awful.
Yeah, and you had to drive me home the next day, and that's like a 30-minute drive.
Still drunk.
Yeah, you did great though.
Thanks,
sir.
man.
Like I couldn't even tell, but yeah.
I went home and I ended up sleeping till 6:30 p.m. that night.
Really?
Yeah, it was rough, man. I felt good all night, and I didn't ever feel that bad until after I could tell you were ready for bed, and I put you in the guest room.
Yeah,
and I was like, no, Mark, you're not sleeping on the couch. And then we kept drinking, and that's when I fell apart pretty quick.
Yeah.
So I didn't make it much longer.
I remember you telling me to go, like I could go to bed, and I wasn't really even thinking about going to bed. I just wanted to sit down. I was sick of standing up, and so I sat down and I just kind of fucked around on my phone for a minute. And I was like, "Damn, I'm feeling it now. Like I'm pretty drunk."
They kicked in. Yeah.
Room spinning a little bit, but and you said, "Mark, just go lay in the bed over there." I was like, "All right, fuck it." Eventually, you said it like 3 or 4 times. Eventually, I did.
Yeah, because you were arguing with me about it. You're like, no, I'm good here. I'm like, no, dude, go sleep in the bed. Like, it's right there. It's there for you.
Yeah, so I eventually did, and I remember I was laying there for a while. I drifted to sleep. I dicked around on my phone a little bit, and then I went to sleep. And I wake up later, and I just hear, like, just everybody losing their shit, and I hear them saying that you're spin kicking solo cups. Tell me that story, sir.
All right.
Because I wasn't able to see it, and I'm really sad I wasn't able to get it on tape.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't one of my better moments that night. So when we were setting up for the podcast and the party, I made a King of the Ring podcast, or not podcast, beer pong tournament.
Yeah.
And, I thought it was it was pretty awesome.
No, it was. Yeah.
But I thought I was going to win the thing. I was like, this is my house. I'm going to win home field advantage, all that. Well, I got put out in the first round. And then throughout the night after the tournament and stuff, we kept playing flip cup and beer pong and all that. And I kept losing at everything. I could not win. And finally, I was up like 5-1 on somebody, 5-1 cups.
Yeah.
And I can't remember. I don't even know who it was. They came back and beat me.
Damn.
And I just lost it. I lost my fucking mind. And I just started kicking shit. And I started spin heel, and I took down the big, the giant tournament bracket that we made, and I literally just started spin kicking cups.
I didn't even notice that the bracket was down the next morning.
I ripped it to pieces.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Like, I was kind of coherent, kind of not, but
yeah. It was funny because the people, like, Josh, of course, was laughing his ass off.
oh, they all were. From what I heard, the place was on fire.
But a couple
it woke me up.
I think a couple of them were like thinking I was like gonna freak out, which it was a little mild freak out. But I calmed down pretty quick after that.
All I heard was laughter. I just heard tons of laughter. Like Zach Mears, especially, he was laughing his ass off.
Yeah, I freaked out a little bit. And then there was like the danger of maybe one of those water cups or something hit your computer.
Yeah,
so we started freaking out about that.
Luckily, it wasn't that much water. Like
no,
and there was some water like in my little crate here, but it didn't get nothing bad. Like it was just like little bits, but I wiped it out.
So yep, that was pretty bad. But overall, I thought the night went well.
I feel like somebody should have like busted out their phone and filmed that shit.
I know.
Posted it somewhere.
I think it happened just way too quick. I don't know. I just exploded.
Yeah, it was
I don't like
on the
losing,
spot.
man. I'm just like, especially when I'm drunk. But it was funny because one of the highlights of the night was we were all playing baseball. Remember that game?
Yeah.
The beer pong baseball?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm terrible at it.
Jared you could tell Jared was starting to get real hammered.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like the loudest out of all that. And I know when Jared gets loud, it's almost a wrap for him.
Oh, yeah, he was cutting Bret Hart promos.
Yes. So downstairs in my basement, we were all looking for him. And I was like, fuck this, I'm done looking for him. And I go in the bathroom and I start peeing. and I hear snoring. I'm like, that stupid son of a bitch fell asleep in my shower. So I pull the curtain back real quick, and I'm like, oh, nobody's in the shower. But I heard snoring, so I'm like, oh, he must like trying to like figure out the layout of my house all drunk. I'm like, is he upstairs? Like, why am I hearing this?
Yeah.
Looking like in all these like nooks and crannies in my bathroom that he could possibly. And I was like, no, he's not in here. Well, I can't remember who found him, but he was in the worst.
It was me.
It was you?
Yeah, I put that Guido is missing video. I even put subtitles for me and you because we weren't actually talking to the microphone, but Josh was there. You're seeing Josh react to us like me finding Guido or finding Jared and him being like, okay. And you and me, that dude, it was so funny. He was like, I was sitting there trying to take a piss and I heard him. Like, I had to put the subtitles because it was hilarious. But no, I'm the one who found him.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
But yeah.
He was in the worst corner in the unfinished basement part of my house, which is still, I mean, it's fairly dry.
Oh, yeah. It's almost like he knew what he was doing and he was being shameful. He wanted to hide.
Yeah.
He didn't want us
That's
to
what it felt like.
But how we could think that like Josh isn't gonna like look for him and we're gonna not notice that he's not there. But
how about the best part about that whole thing is I go in to see what the hell he's doing and he's covered up with a bath mat.
Was he?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that. I just saw his flannel shirt or whatever.
It wasn't even like a little blanket or a rug or anything. He literally took a bath mat that soaks up water and used it. And there's about 240 pounds, and he's not a small guy.
Yeah.
And he's literally curled up with this little fucking 3x2 mat, and it was so funny. And we were such assholes that none of us went and got him a blanket.
Or told him like, "Hey, dude, get up, sleep."
Yeah, go on the couch or something. Nope.
I mean, I guess in my drunken state, I just thought, well, that's where he wants to be. Yep. He went to that specific spot. Maybe man. I didn't even think about the fact that he was cold. I thought maybe he was next to the dryer or something, and that was warm, like a warm spot or something.
Dude, it is freezing down there. Wow. Especially in November or whatever. Yeah,
I guess
November.
They were drinking moonshine and shit. So
that's why I felt so shitty the next day. By the way.
Oh, I bet. I'm glad I didn't drink that. That's probably why I didn't feel so. I did a couple shots of stuff. Like I drank some of that whiskey or whatever. Well, you're doing so good, buddy. I drank some of that Tennessee Fire whiskey or whatever a couple times.
Good stuff.
Did those root beer shots or whatever.
Oh god, that was just so bad.
It wasn't.
No,
terrible.
if you, me and Earl Bree is the only one that chew in that whole place.
Gotcha.
It tasted like chewing tobacco spit. It tasted just like me and him both looked at each other and was like, "Oh my god, it tastes like chewing tobacco spit."
I tasted like sugary root beer. Like the only reason I would think it was gross is that it was like sugary. It was too sweet.
Oh man, it was rough.
But
God, that was such a good night. What other highlights did we have? Oh, you got to meet some new people.
I did meet some new people.
Got to meet my sister's husband, Nate.
I did.
And his buddy Joey.
They were like, they stayed downstairs pretty much the whole time almost. And so like anytime nothing was going on, and I'd go down, like I'd look at my phone and realize I was like, oh, the mics, we just got dead air. So I'd go down and they'd be there, and I would pretty much just have a back and forth with them the whole time, and they'd be laughing at me talking about how this fucking live stream is a garbage truck on fire and apologizing to the one viewer or whatever for there being nothing. And it was probably you in your pocket.
I think it was half the time.
Yeah, because it was so late at that point. And
and
I
it was a
promoted
bunch
for
of
like a day.
Yeah, and it was just a bunch of fucking madness. I mean, I think the best part is when all three chairs were taken.
Yeah. Like when
Earl and
the beer pong stuff kept it rolling for a while, but once that was over, we kind of just like, well, fuck, now what do we do? And we were gonna do a live jam up, but I think we were all so drunk at that point. We were just like, there's no way. It would just be embarrassing.
And then people started using slurs and stuff, not like racial slurs or anything, but like
the R word.
They were saying the R word, and I looked at Mark and I said, "Shut this down now."
Yeah. I turned it off.
Like they were, nobody was. It's just how guys talk when they're drunk.
Yeah.
But still, I was like, this is not good. We need to get this offline.
Well, Josh was doing like the Matt Damon guy from Boston character, so he was just saying like, cliche things that he probably heard in movies, but it was a good time. And
let's talk about Alex saying he would not get on that microphone, and it was on there the longest out of anybody.
Yeah, within like an hour and a half, he was on there, and I even walked over. It was like, this guy not 2 hours ago was saying he was not going to be on the podcast.
And he was on it the longest.
Yeah,
Him and Earl.
Him and Earl, yeah, dude. Earl kept it going.
Yeah.
There was at one point I'm like, thank God for Earl Breeze.
Oh, he's
Because once he got on there, he's like, I don't give a shit. Like he didn't even realize, like how he didn't realize that he was being blasted out to the world right there. I don't know. He literally sat down on.
He
the
probably
table
didn't realize it was live
in front of the
stream.
camera. Yeah.
I know Earl Breeze he's been one of my longest friends. Also, him and Jared became friends, and then it kind of just trickled down. You know.
Yeah, I like Earl. Earl seems like a good dude.
He is a good dude. Yeah. So all around, I thought it was a success. We're definitely doing it next year.
Yeah, it's got to be an annual thing.
We might. I don't know if I'm going to do it in the summer or not, because we're thinking about getting a pool.
Oh.
So kind of make it a pool party / party, like in and outside, and then
move it up, make it like a post WrestleMania time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like right after that.
Yeah, that'd
I'm
be
sure
fun.
we'll have a WrestleMania party. Somebody will.
No, for sure.
But
Yeah. So that was it. House of Hughes was a success.
I think so. Like we got a live. Like I said earlier, we got a live Bret Hart promo from Jared,
which was a good one.
Fantastic.
It was very good.
And then Earl Breeze just came in as fucking Scott Steiner and just brought the whole thing together. And poor Alex right in between them the whole time, just like getting the reference, but just hating on Jared's terrible Canadian accent. It just
according to Alex, nobody has a good accent besides Alex. Alex will argue for the sake of arguing, and that's what I love about him.
I like it though. Like Alex was like the cherry on top in that whole thing.
Yep.
He was like the mean gene in between. Ooh, I'm a poet and didn't know it. The mean gene in between.
So yeah, there will be a second annual House of Hughes.
It'll just
beer, video games, and buffalo chicken.
It'll just be slightly sooner than
a year.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then from there on out.
But I think everybody had fun, and yeah, we all felt like absolute dog shit in the morning.
Yeah, except for me. I was just happy that I didn't feel as terrible as I thought I would. But
like you did at Colossal Tussle.
Colossal Tussle. I was probably the most hungover one the next day.
Oh my god, that was so bad.
I got way drunk.
But yeah. So, anyways, check out the little clips that we have of that.
For sure. You can see Jared cut the promo. It's obvious title.
It's worth the watch.
Yeah, you can see Guido is missing, which with the subtitles that we talked about, which is pretty fucking hilarious in my eyes. And I put something else out too. I can't remember. Oh, you guys doing the shotgun and the beers or whatever?
Oh yeah. My buddy Sean Surface, my old teammate, challenged us to do a shotgun. I was like, "Fuck it, let's do it."
I feel like we should make that a thing. Like I obviously next year I'm gonna try to go all out, and it's gonna be like the Supercut was, because like the Supercut was pretty much like, look, this is what it can be. Is what I was trying, and just gotta get some money in there a little bit, which I will for sure. But next year I think it's gonna be a lot better.
Yeah, it was a test run. It was our test run. Oh, we're gonna do the cameras.
Yeah,
dual cameras.
Yeah. And we're dual cameras. It's gonna be pretty much just like the Supercut, but better. We'll try to keep it a little more organized too.
Yeah,
I feel like
I kind of dropped the ball on that, and so
we all kind of, once we got drunk, we just kind of started slacking. I feel like we just need to like stick to it.
Yep.
And like maybe, I don't know, somehow create like a schedule so people will know what to expect, and I can put it out beforehand.
That'd be so fun.
But yeah, that was the House of Hughes recap,
ladies
and gentlemen. If you're interested in seeing all that for yourself, it's on the YouTube channel. It's House of Hughes Supercut. So
check it out.
And little clips as well if you don't have the time to watch a fucking
bunch
2-hour
of belligerent
video.
drunk idiots.
Yeah, but it's well worth the watch.